In a recent study I found concerning health and wellness, they said that probiotics could negatively affect our brain by causing a condition called brain fog. Today I'm going to debunk that claim and defog probiotics. But before that, we have to figure out what a probiotic is. Probiotics are supplements often taken by those who suffer from gut or digestion problems. These probiotics contain living bacteria that are supposed to end up in your colon. They're often found in natural products like yogurt and kombucha and other fermented products. Now, you may be asking, who in their right mind would ever take a living organism supplement? Well, your body is actually full of living organisms. There's trillions and trillions of them in your gut, good and bad. As you can see in this diagram, here are some good bacteria and here are some bad bacteria. Probiotics help replenish the good bacteria, and it's often used by people who've had several days of antibiotics and need to replenish their gut microbiome. So now we have to figure out what brain fog is. The study claimed that probiotics cause brain fog. Now we have to understand that this study was actually an observational study, and nothing can be proven by causation. But this study also had several controls and could have been true. The study claimed that brain fog was a condition that was characterized by mental confusion or cloudiness, impaired judgment, poor short-term memory, and difficulty concentrating. Now you may be saying, well, I've had that all the time, like in class and at work. Well, these people have these problems all the time, from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, for 2 to 3 months, even during their favorite TV show. Now, brain fog isn't an actual term. That's why nobody really uses it. It's not a psychiatric term either, and there are very few empirical studies which refer to it. The only empirical study I found which referred to brain fog was a study on chronic fatigue syndrome. Now, this term, brain fog, was actually thrown around by the media because people who had chemotherapy often experienced confusion due to their powerful drugs. So since I couldn't find any articles about probiotics and brain fog, I decided to look into how probiotics affect memory, one of the factors in brain fog. There was one study on healthy human males between ages 20 and 40, and one group of healthy human males took placebo and the other took probiotics, and they found that neither of the groups outperformed the other on a memory exam. So we can't say that probiotics negatively affect our memory, nor can we say that probiotics positively affect our memory. Now you may be asking, why didn't they include women? Well, women have changing hormones every month, and that could influence the gut, which could be a confounding variable in this study. Lastly, I decided to look into how probiotics affect concentration. So there are no empirical studies on healthy human models about how probiotics affect our concentration, but there are some murine model studies, which means they did this on rats and mice. They manipulated the diet and whether the mice or rats get probiotics. They then put them in the Barnes maze, and here's an aerial view of the Barnes maze right here, and determined how their concentration was. They were taught for 3 days how to run in the maze and shown where the treats would be at one of these black dots. But they found that it was actually the diet and not the probiotics that affected their concentration. So even if probiotics may seem helpful in some cases, nothing is good in excess, not even water. So be careful when you take live organisms and put them in your body, because too much can go too far. Lastly, why would anybody decide to look into how probiotics affect our brain? Well, recently there have been innumerable articles on how the gut affects the brain. And there are some physiological evidence that this gut-brain axis exists through the HPA axis and the vagus nerve. So they assumed that the microbiome in your gut could also play a big part in the gut-brain axis. And that's why probiotics that affect this gut microbiome were called into question. If you've ever been hangry, you've probably experienced the gut-brain axis, because when your stomach needs food, your brain gets angry, and you have a change in behavior. So here are some references, and I hope you enjoyed the video.